Short stories about cats, big and small, real and fictional. Hello, my name is Bun D, and I will tell you short stories about cheetahs. Who are you, Mr. Cheetah? The cheetah is a large cat known in Latin as a Cynonyx jubatus. Cheetahs live in most countries of Africa, in the Middle East and Asia. An adult cheetah weighs 40 to 60 kilograms, its body length is 120 to 140 centimeters, and its tail is about 80 centimeters. Cheetahs have sandy yellow fur with small black spots. The cheetah differs much from other big cats. It has a slender muscular body with almost no fat deposits, which seems fragile. This body structure reduces air resistance while running. The cheetah is the fastest land animal on Earth. It can reach the speed of 100 km per hour in 3 to 4 seconds, faster than many passenger cars. However, the cheetah can run this fast for no more than 30 seconds. Cheetahs hunt during the day. At first, they stealthily approach their prey, and then try to catch it in a short high-speed run. During a chase, the cheetah can suddenly brake and change the direction of its run. It can do so because of its claws that act like the spikes on a runner's boots. The claws are semi-retractable. It distinguishes cheetahs from other cats. The cheetah's muzzle has clearly visible black streaks. They absorb sunlight, and the bright sun of the savanna does not blind it while hunting. Cheetahs are not aggressive towards humans and are easily tamed. Tame cheetahs have always been highly valued by noble and wealthy people. The ancient Greeks considered this beautiful and fast cat a companion of Dionysus, the god of plants, wine, and glee. In this miniature from the 15th century book by Persian poet Hussein Kashifi, King Solomon is depicted consulting with his animals, among which we see cheetahs. Oh, sorry, I can't help but digress and tell you about King Solomon. Solomon was a king in the ancient kingdom of Israel during the period of its greatest prosperity, in the early 10th century BC. We know about the life of King Solomon from the Bible. Moreover, he is considered to be the author of several chapters included in the Old Testament. King Solomon's most famous achievement was the construction of the first temple in Jerusalem. No images of this temple have been found. There is a description of its external and internal appearance in the Bible and the imagination of artists. Many legends about King Solomon have survived to this day. They say that King Solomon had a magic ring, with the help of which, he could understand the language of animals and birds. One day, when he was about to swim in a pool, he took off his ring and placed it on a marble table. One of the genii saw this. As soon as Solomon left, he stole the ring. When the genie put on the ring, everyone around him began to take him for King Solomon. And since then people say, whoever has the ring is Solomon. The real King Solomon was expelled from the palace. He settled in a fisherman's hut on the seashore and worked hard together with the fishermen. The genie was stupid and lazy. He did not like ruling the kingdom and was very irritated when his subordinates asked him questions. Well, one day, being very angry, the genie threw the ring into the sea. A large fish, swimming at that time in the sea near the palace, accidentally swallowed the ring. The fish was caught early in the morning by a fisherman. And I must tell you that this fisherman was the real King Solomon. In the evening, he decided to cook the fish and found his magic ring inside it. Solomon put on his ring, and went to his palace, and everybody recognized him as the king. And the stupid genie evaporated, as soon as King Solomon entered the throne room. Solomon ruled for many more years, and his kingdom prospered. Well, it is time to return to the main topic of our story, the cheetah. Hunting. The horses' manes waved in the wind, the unleashed cheetahs ran before the wild hunt, and ahead of all, dimly lit by the moon, galloped the misty and enormous King Stack, and brightly burned the eyes of the horses, of the men, and of the cheetahs. This is how the classic of Belarusian literature Vladimir Korotkevich describes hunting in his novel called King Stack's Wild Hunt. In the Middle Ages, many rulers of Europe, India, and Central Asia had cheetahs that were valued for their beauty and excellent hunting qualities. On the way to a hunt, some cheetahs were led on leashes, while others were transported in carts, and some were seated on horses behind riders. To prevent the animal from chasing game prematurely, a cap was placed on its head to cover its eyes. Having approached antelopes or deer, hunters released their cheetahs and they caught the prey. Padishah Akbar the Great, 1542–1605, was a passionate lover of hunting. You can read about his life and great deeds in the book called Akbarnama. Akbar ruled the Mughal Empire. This state existed on the territory of today's India, Pakistan, Afghanistan, and Bangladesh from 1526 to 1858. The Taj Mahal is known throughout the world. It is a mausoleum built by Akbar's grandson Shah Jahan, in memory of his beloved wife, Mumtaz Mahal. In 1590 to 1596, by order of Akbar the Great, his vizier Abul Fazl wrote in Persian the chronicle of the Mughal Empire, called Akbarnama. The Akbarnama manuscript is decorated with numerous illustrations. 49 artists worked on them. In many miniatures, you can see tame cheetahs that lived in the palace. Young cheetahs were captured in the wild and then tamed. Servants brought cheetahs to hunt in special palanquins. Their eyes were covered with special bandages. And when the beaters drove in the game, the cheetahs were released. A surprising thing is that Akbar had no less than 9,000 of these animals during his reign, and only once did a pair of royal cheetahs produce the offspring. Scientists believe that the problem may be caused by the effect called the bottleneck. The bottleneck effect is a reduction of genetic diversity due to a sharp decline of the number of animals of a given species in the past. The number of cheetahs declined dramatically probably during the last ice age. As a result, all cheetahs alive today are closely related. Because of this, they have a low birth rate, especially in captivity, high infant mortality, and reduced immunity, which limits the growth of their population. Centuries of capturing free cheetahs for hunters, and now, for keeping them as pets, have significantly reduced the number of cheetahs. The decline of the number of cheetahs in the wild is also being spurred on by intensive human agricultural activity. In order to preserve cheetahs on our planet, serious efforts are needed to protect them. December the 4th is the International Cheetah Day, when all people are urged to recall these wonderful animals and help in the fight for their preservation. Lastly, I want to thank my best friend AI designer, DALL-E 3 platform, that created some of the pictures for this short story. As well as Wikipedia, an inexhaustible source of information about everything in the world, including cats.